Well, it's been a busy week and it passed by quickly. I've been off from work and I go back to work tonight. Had a lot of opportunities to do some videoing, but I messed around and didn't get it done. I'm gonna work my purple hulls this morning. I got them fertilized yesterday. Also got the new planter going and working. Well, I say new. I bought it used and I had a few little issues. Got them worked out, and we planted 6 rows of corn and 7-8 rows of peas with it yesterday, and it worked really good. Beautiful sunrise this morning. It's gonna get hot in a hurry. I want to go get on the tractor and get my work done. Try to get me a little nap before I go back to work. Bring you over here and show you where we planted this corn. This is where my purple hulls were planted earlier in the year, and I tilled it up. I wanted to make sure my planter was going to work and be in good shape for next year. We've got corn planted in the first few rows here. Then I came back across over here and just planted some store-bought black-eyed peas just to get the planter working. I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but we'll give them a try, see what happens. This is where the watermelons were planted over here. And I bush hogged them down and they sprouted back up. So we've been fertilizing them, and we do have some watermelons. We'll see if they make it before the frost gets here. Let's see, today is October 14th, so we've got a while before we're in South Louisiana before we get a frost. So we might get another crop of watermelons. Full of blooms. Okay, well, let's go get on the tractor and get the morning started. Okay, these are some purple hull peas. I planted July 21st. Today's the 15th. They've been in the ground not quite a month. This pasture here is maybe about 3 acres, and this is where I plan on planting my purple hulls next year. We really want to try to grow more and be able to sell more peas and corn. So I'm going to try to do purple hulls, green beans, maybe some corn over here too. We'll just see how much room we have, but I have a couple of other places also I'm going to use. But I wanted to see how this ground was. I just sent some soil samples off to get it tested and see what we need. They're doing pretty good. A couple of rows look like they didn't get any fertilizer at all when they got planted. I don't know what's going on with this one. It's half the size of the other ones. So yesterday evening I came in and I side dressed with some fertilizer. So now I'm gonna run the cultivator through, got it hooked up on the tractor, and we're gonna work these peas. And then I have some potatoes cut up that we're gonna get planted starting our fall garden off. It's gonna be the first thing we plant. So I'm gonna set you up, and we're gonna get this done, and we'll get to our next little project. we're going to kick off our fall garden this morning, and I've laid hay down here where I normally just till up and plant, but we're going to try a little experiment this fall, see how it goes. This is a version of the Ruth Stout method. We're going to see what happens. I don't normally plant fall potatoes, but I've got potatoes left over from the spring, and I cut some up, and we're going to start. I got some weeds to pull up, but we're going to start right here with a row of potatoes, and a couple of weeks I'm going to be putting in some broccoli, cauliflower, some lettuce, a few other things, waiting on the call to go pick them up from my local garden center. Let's see. We got a potato left over that's coming up already right here. We'll leave that going. And then back here, I had planted peanuts. It's been year before last, so I got a volunteer peanut coming up right here. We'll leave it going just to have something growing, see what happens. A few weeds to pick up. So I'm gonna set the camera down and I'm gonna get this done and get through with it. Well, we got one row of potatoes in the ground, got the weeds pulled up. One thing about pulling these weeds up, which I still have some more in here, I didn't pull them all up. They're not rooted very hard in that hay, and they come right up. So need to get a couple more rolls of hay. As the potatoes start sprouting and coming up out of the ground, we'll put another layer of hay on them. As this hay rots, it makes its own compost. So I really need to add another layer. I put this in a couple of months ago, and it was about 6 inches deep, and it's down to about 3 or 4 inches now. So it's time to add a little bit more. I just added to this side the other day, so it's good for now. These are my sweet potatoes. Still waiting to pick them. They're looking good. They haven't bloomed. I don't know what that means if they haven't bloomed. I know sometimes my potatoes don't bloom and I still make potatoes. I really wasn't knowing what to expect when I got here this afternoon. What's up, Tex? Say hi to everybody. Anyway, this is Old Hill close to my house I've been digging on. And I found some woodland type points here. Started out over there, cleaned out the hole, dug a little bit more, and shows rain coming on the radar, so I wanted to move to another little spot. So I jumped over here, and I hadn't hit a thing in this hole, but I wanted to go until I hit bottom. It's the clay here gets really hard when we don't have a lot of rain, and it's been dry over the last couple of weeks, and it's hard bottom. But I'm right at the edge of the clay, and I've hit something. Let's take a look and see what it is. How about that pretty little point? My first hole point in a while. Been working in the garden a lot, getting caught up around the place. That old coronavirus has got to slow down a little bit, but I'm super happy about that. Let me get it washed up and I'll get you a picture.